right now. He has nothing going on. The numbers aren't going to bother him. These guys are off here on the run. Whether or not he can get to 2 first, we'll wait and see. So coming into 1-1, and Kosmic is already playing a different strategy than what we saw in Goofy here. Kosmic is not grabbing the power-up here in 1-1. He will probably go for it in 1-3 and 1-4.
Yeah, the 1-3 and 1-4 power-up grabs are faster. You can do what we call quick grabs on those, a little bit easier than you can do, and it saves about a second and a half. It's around a second and a half faster. So if Kosmic does that without any hitches, he will have a lead over LK just by virtue of getting quicker power-up grabs. But that does make 1-2 a lot tougher. You're going to see Kosmic come through a really tight section here where he has to jump over a Koopa right here and then over a Goomba. Nicely done. Has to not get hit by that falling Goomba and then do some pipe jumps here. And those were the pipe jumps I was talking about in Goofy's match that he decided to not do because he was Big Mario in 8-1, and you don't want to take a hit or a death there in 8-1. So Kosmic making it perfectly through 1-2. And LK accidentally taking the top route there. That would have been a horrible mistake if he had gone a little too far and hadn't been able to get back over to the left. He would have had to reset and start World 1 over again, or wait for the timer to go out and take a death in 1-2. But it would have been faster to reset and just go back to 1-1. That was almost a fatal mistake there for LK. I cannot stress enough how big of an issue that would have been had he gone a little bit further to the right up top there. But thankfully for him and for this first race, not the case there for LK.
Absolutely. This is the Warpless run, so taking the Warp Zone, while definitely would put him on a distinct lead getting through the game on Kosmic, is not the way to go for this.
Yeah, that would be a rule breaker, and he would have had to
Okay, beautiful job avoiding the fire bar there, but he gets the bad bars.
My goodness. So, despite LK's mistake, now we see Kosmic with his own issue. And he touches the axe, and LK fire kills. And now you see these two are perfectly synced, and that highlights the difference perfectly between fire-killing Bowser and not fire-killing Bowser. You saw Kosmic touch the axe without killing Bowser, so the bridge had to collapse, Bowser had to fall into the lava, and meanwhile, LK, even though he's behind, he fire-killed Bowser and goes immediately towards Toad at the end of the castle, and now these two are perfectly synced. But LK has the advantage by having the power-ups, and we'll see what strategy Kosmic chooses to employ here. He is very adept at running Warpless as small only, and he chooses not to get any power-ups in 2-1. There aren't going to be any power-ups in 2-2, which will be a swimming level, so the next possible opportunity would be 2-3 and 2-4 for Kosmic to power up.
I think this is a great strategy on Kosmic's part. With 2-2 as small, you do have the smaller hitbox. Getting through some of these enemies are a little bit easier, where if he had taken the time to get the power-ups at 2-1, it is definitely slower for the grabs. 2-3 and 2-4 are the faster spots to get your power-ups here, and especially if you only get the mushroom, having to do a duck swim through here in 2-2 is just very difficult. So the smarter strategy is kind of stay small here.
Yeah, it's definitely the faster strategy if you can execute well. And LK now takes in the exact same power-up state and pretty much spot on with each other in terms of where they are on the level. Cosmic with a small lead, maybe a second and a half over LK at this point in time. And Cosmic getting a little bit of a tight pattern there with the cheap cheats. And another interesting cheap cheat there at the end. And makes it through. Now both runners in small Mario only state. One hit, and either of these runners will take a death and send them either back to the beginning of the level, or if they hit a checkpoint in the level when they take their death, then they'll go back to that checkpoint partway through the level, as they're now in 2-3.
All right, so 2-3, the Cheeps are now out of the water and jumping up to go get at you. Pardon the pun, Takate, but this could be a very cheap level if you get a bad pattern coming up through here. Here's the power-up that they're going to grab. They're going to try to go for the quick grab. The problem is now you got the Cheeps a little bit out of pattern. You got to take a little bit of a slowdown here. LK choosing not to go for the power-up here, so he might go through 2-4. I don't think he's going to grab the mushroom. I think he's going to repower up all the way in World 3.
Yeah, and that's very interesting. I was fully expecting LK to get the in 2-3, but he chooses to forego it. We'll see if he gets it in 2-4. That's not going to allow him to kill Bowser with powering through. Very interesting decision by LK. I don't know if he's aware of where Kosmic is, if he thinks he needs to make up time by just not grabbing power-ups, or if he's just more comfortable grabbing them elsewhere. So I'm a little bit surprised by that. You see him touch the axe and have to wait for that animation. Kosmic, meanwhile, fully back in the powered up Fire Mario. Fire kills Bowser out of the way with a 2:59 on the timer. But very interesting and diverging strategies going on here, as we saw both of them coming out of 2-2 a small Mario. LK choosing to grab up 3-1. I'm a little surprised at this, because 3-1 is slower to grab the power-ups. There are 2 of them here that he can get pretty comfortably, but they are slower, and also you lose that time on the Bowser kill in 2-4. So a little bit of an interesting decision there by LK, but maybe that's just his comfort zone, and you can't argue with a runner's comfort zone.
Absolutely. He's made it all the way to the grand finals. He's bested some of the top runners in the world. So really, strategy's going to be strategy. He's going to, you got to dance with what you brought to the ball. Let's say it that way. That is a very tough grab to get through there, but he is all powered up, and we're getting into 3-2 now.
Yeah, so both runners into 3-2. We talked about the strategy of despawning Goofy strategy, which was, of course, made famous by our semifinalist Goofy, but I don't think either of these runners employ it. LK, I think he just prefers to shoot everything out of the way, and Kosmic on there does not employ that strategy. And we see a different version of the Thank You Goofy strategy by LK. He does despawn that Goomba right before the stairs at the end of 3-2, so that makes it a little bit more of a comfortable jump in front of those stairs, not as tight of a window there to make that jump. Both runners into 3-3. You see Kosmic jump through the platform there. That is just part of the game programs. He didn't hack the game or anything. Kind of the way the game works when you're Big Mario. You can jump through those floating platforms, and from the bottom there, if you're Big Mario, not a small Mario. But both runners heading into 3-4. This frame rule, or this level, I should say, is very difficult because there's up and down potaboos, there's fire bars, and because both of these runners have taken hits at various points in the run, they won't know the patterns they're going to get here. So we'll see what strategies they employ in 3-4.
All right, absolutely. Coming through here, getting through the fire bars. You're going to see Kosmic. Yep, he's going to take a pause. He's going to get up and over. See LK do the same thing. Take it nice and safe. Let's just get this fire kill. Let's get into World 4. Coming through, bit of a, tough Bowser there. Unable for LK to get the faster kill. So Kosmic is going to extend his lead a little bit. Coming into 4-1. Personally, I think it's the most difficult level in Super Mario Bros. Tecate ever.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that 3-4 a little bit there, because LK, you got a forward Bowser, and the optimal thing to do when you have on that forward Bowser is to get underneath him and turn around and fire him, and he didn't quite recognize Bowser there, so he paused in front of the forward Bowser, which caused him to lose a little bit more time than the optimal forward Bowser fired kills. So that's what happened there in 3-4. 4-1, easiest level in the run. I don't know what you're talking about here, so the most difficult. Yeah, you just run through the level. Now we're headed into 4-2. We didn't really get to touch on 4-2 in the opening race, but there are 2 routes that you can take in 4-2. There's what's called the top route, where you just run along the top and nothing can hit you. And then there's the bottom route, where you have to snipe these piranha plants out of the way. We saw in the first race, LK took the bottom route and had a couple bonks. So we'll see if he employs the same strategy or decides to change it up. Kosmic also going bottom route, so we might have a double bottom going on here.
Yep, LK is going to definitely go ahead and go through it again. He has no fear coming up into that. Why change strats this late in the race? So Kosmic getting through beautifully and clean. And LK, much better 4-2 this time around. He is up and through. These guys are halfway through World 4. We're coming into 4-3, home of the legendary Sky Boots frame rule.
Yeah, so if you missed the semifinals here, the Sky frame rule is basically a extra 0.35 seconds you can gain if you do not slow down this level at all, and you also have to jump from a 2-frame window on the final platform, which this final floating platform that you see Kosmic coming up to right here. And if Mario is above the block, which 1 pixel above the block, which he was there for Kosmic, you will save an extra 0.35 seconds simply because Mario is able to accelerate to the castle a little bit faster than if he was resting on that block. And we see Kosmic did get the Sky Boots, so he did save the extra frame rule, the extra 0.35 seconds. LK did not, so he lost another 0.35 seconds versus Kosmic in that level.
All right, so 4-4 is going to be the first of two of our maze castles here. You're going to see the runners kind of take a weird path there. They have to take specific routes in order to trigger the game to advance on there. Otherwise, if you don't make that checkpoint where you need to be on the screen, you actually are going to trigger a loop on it and have to run it again.
Yep, and now we are in World 5. You know, in World 5 in the issue ever, but at this point we're kind of halfway through the run in terms of number of levels. What were you expecting coming into this run, and you know, I don't know if I was expecting to be this tight. I mean, I knew both runners would be very good, but I didn't be this tight with both runners losing power-ups at various points.
Absolutely. And again, as you saw with Goofy and LK, it does come down to who can minimize the mistakes here in a race coming through. Keeping power up is absolutely crucial, but how quickly you're able to recover and maintain it late game is where it's going to matter. You're going to see as the game progresses, less and less power-ups are going to be prevalent for us, and power-up grabs are going to be tougher. So mistakes early on can be overcome. Late in the game, not so much. Kosmic just making beautiful work of 5-2. LK, though, not far behind at all.
Yeah, no doubt. And like you said, I think an more easy to overcome than a late game mistake. And, you know, Goofy and LK really each only had one hit, but unfortunate spot for Goofy's hit relative to LK's. Fortunately for both these runners here, their hits were early and they could recover power-ups pretty quickly. Kosmic with a nice duck slide under that bullet bill. These bullet bills are essentially random for these runners because these bullet bills' heights are determined by what time you get to that point in the level and throughout the game. So both these runners are just reacting, and both runners with very nice 5-3s. Now they're into 5-4. What you're going to see here is Kosmic is going to wait under this coin block until there's a 292 on the timer and then run. That's going to set up fire bars in this tunnel that he's going through right now so that he doesn't have any what we call bad bars where he has to slow down and wait for them. So Kosmic also employing a safe strategy at the end of 5-4 here to make sure that he doesn't get any bad potaboos. Nice fire kill. That's what you want from a forward Bowser. Turn around and shoot him there. LK not too far behind. He gets a backward Bowser, a little bit of a troll Bowser. He did the immediate jump, and Kosmic going to extend his lead with a 257 versus a 252 in-game timer over LK as we're in World 6 now.
All right, Kosmic taking out the Lakitu right there. As far as the game with collision detection, as long as Mario is falling, it counts that he has hit the enemy. So you're going to kind of see him kind of clip that Lakitu and get the kill on there. The one thing that you see both runners do is at the beginning, you see him jump on top of the coin block and take a mid to a full jump there. That actually prevents the Lakitu from firing the first Spiny, which, if you don't do that, can get in your way almost instantaneously, make your life difficult.
Yeah, no doubt. So both runners, no problem in 6-1. Now we're into 6-2. My personal favorite level in this run. It's very tech. You gotta snipe these piranha plants as you see there. And there's just so many piranha plants in this level. I mean, just count the number of shots that Kosmic's going to take on these piranha plants, and same with LK. And this is a level where you do need to slow down, but there's a very convenient spot to slow down at these stairs at the end where you can jump over that Koopa to get your slowdown. Because if you didn't, you get a 343 on the timer, and that 3 in the ones digit would translate to 3 fireworks at the end of the level, and that would cost you about 1.5 seconds. So you do not want to get that 343 on the timer, as neither runner gets the 343. Both nice, clean through in 6-2.
All right, so 6-3 is a beautiful platforming level. Much like 4-2, there is a top route and a bottom route that you can take to get optimally through. You can either go through the platforms or go below on it. So you see Kosmic taking a variation, LK taking a little bit. One of the things I love about SMB1 Warpless Tecate is even as we're getting more and more optimized in the Warpless category, there are certain variations that you'll see a runner add their own flavor, but still able to get that optimal time. Yeah,
no doubt. And Kosmic with a safe strategy here in 6-4, but he gets a bad, reacts to it just in time. Whew, more bad bars for Kosmic. He took a safe strategy, but it didn't pay off because the bars didn't cooperate there. LK doing a different variation of the safe strategy, and that gives him nice, comfortable fire bars coming through 6-4. So that'll help LK narrow the gap just a little bit. And now we are, Kosmic gets the screen turning black there at 13:47. We'll have to see where the screen transitions to black for LK to determine a lead, and it looks like 9 seconds, 13:56. So Kosmic with a 9-second lead over LK, but that gap closed from double digits down to single digits now for Kosmic.
I will say, though, one of the things in Kosmic's favor is he got the forward Bowser, and Kosmic's ability to be at the quick kill, some of those quick fireballs on there, where LK actually had a couple of lag frames in there, not getting the quick kill on Bowser, letting those hammer sprites overload the game and lag a little bit on him. So what he gained from Kosmic losing time in there, he kind of gave a little bit back on those lag frames.
Yeah, it wasn't too much. I mean, certainly a 5 2 seconds, let's say, ballpark. But certainly those lag frames don't help, but it's not going to be a 1.75 or 2 second difference that it cost LK there. So he's certainly gained time on Kosmic, but it wasn't as much as you might think because of the lag. And the reason we get lag is because Bowser's throwing a bunch of hammers. You got a Potaboo, you got Big Mario, you got fireballs that are going on. There's just too much for the game, this 8-bit thing to process, and that causes it to lag out a little bit and cost you some time. Meanwhile, 7-2 is a repeat of 2-2, but more enemies. Kosmic cleanly through there, gets a 309, which is 1 in-game second off of the optimal. You want to be at 310 optimally in this level. And LK getting the bad blooper here at the end, and he has to play it safe through the pipe at 307, which means he's going to hit the flag at a 301. So losing ground to Kosmic that he made up in 6-4.
All right, so 7-3 is going to be a repeat of 2-3, much like the swim, although we're adding Koopas here now, which with fire, you can blast them and get through. One of the things you got to worry about, though, is the Cheep and the Koopa coming in contact with each other. The way the collision detection works on that, their hitboxes will meet, and that Koopa will actually change direction, which can be problematic if you think it's walking towards you, instead turns around and goes towards the ledge where you want to run. So Kosmic getting through on there. He's down in 7-4. This is the second of our maze levels. Again, you'll see a very specific route that they take here. Bottom, middle, top, coming up through here, and then top, middle, top as well. A couple different ways to get there. Get the trigger. We're going to go on through. We've got fire. This will be the last time it actually matters. And again, Kosmic going to get a little bit of lag there. The Potaboo got in the way of the fireball. Kosmic is now through into World 8.
Alrighty, and sorry for technical difficulties there. Discord, if you're on a little bit too long, sometimes it can start cutting out. I exited. We're back. Hopefully no more audio issues for me here on my end. Let me know in chat just in case, but I think we're good now. I just did a quick exit, re-enter for Discord. Into World 8, this is important because if you take a death in World 8, you go all the way back to the beginning of the level, wherever you take the death. There are no checkpoints in World 8. So, yeah, just because of that, you do not want to take a death, especially at the end of these levels. But 8-1 should be pretty comfortable for both these runners, especially with the Fire Flower. You just blast the enemies and the Piranha Plants out of the way. But 8-2, very tricky level, and we'll see what strategies they use in 8-2. I expect, a perfect 200 on the timer here for Kosmic, and he does get that. So far, LK also clean through 8-1 about halfway through.
All right, so now we're going to be coming into 8-2. The start of this level is going to be very tricky. You got the stairs that are right up here. You've got the Koopa, the Lakitu, everything. Kosmic with a beautiful duck jump to get under there. That is a tight jump that he just made look super easy to Kate.
Yeah, and that is a requirement as Big Mario for the most part if you don't want to slow down at all. LK executing it cleanly as well. Kosmic nice and clean over that tall pipe there. That can be a tricky spot. And then if this Koopa there that he bops at the end doesn't cooperate, sometimes you can go down that hole in the stairs. I have seen Kosmic take a death there in races before, so nice and clean for Kosmic. Meanwhile, LK doing a Xerox F BBBB strategy here, but he does instead wait on that Koopa. You could have bopped that Koopa, but plays it a little bit safer and through 8-2 with a 338. But again, losing a couple in-game seconds to Kosmic in 8-2, about 4 in-game seconds. Kosmic powering through 8-3 right now. All right, and Kosmic through 8-3. I'm not sure if Sport cut out there for just a moment, but Kosmic through 8-3, LK into 8-3, and nice and clean. Now we're into 8-4 for Kosmic. He's got firepower here, so he should feel pretty comfortable. We got to make sure in this second room that we get the wall jump. If we get this wall jump here, then Kosmic is going to be in a very comfortable position as he heads into the water section. But we'll see right now. He does what's called the 2-frame setup. And, he actually misses the wall jump, but gets the backup very quickly. But that does allow LK to close the door a little bit. We don't want to see any bad cheap sheets here for Kosmic. All right, no bad cheats. He's into the water section. I think we got Sport back with us.
Absolutely. I experienced the same thing that you just did. Sorry about that, guys. We're coming here up and through the final. Kosmic going through the swim, LK in the turnaround room. Kosmic's going to come through the pipe, 322. He's only got the Hammer Bro left, the Potaboo that he is going to challenge, get underneath it, go up and through, takes the hit, doesn't matter, takes the axe, 1923. Kosmic has won game 1. He is one win away from the Grand Championships. Takate, what a race.
Yeah, definitely a wonderful race between these two runners. And as you can see, LK hit the axe at 1936. Again, he split late, but that's only a 13-second difference, and LK took the lead at one point. So, if he didn't have that extra mishap, he may have actually won this race. But beautiful race for both runners. Sub 1940. I mean, you get a 1937 and you lose. That doesn't feel too great. I mean, I know we saw Goofy Chocobo at 1939 and he lost. So, two wonderful times from both of these runners. Kosmic taking a 1-0 lead in this best of three. Spork, that means we're going on to game two. Do you think we're going to see any strategy changes? What do you think's going to go on here in the next match?
Well, I think the most important thing right now, it was really a clean race for both of them. Minimizing your mistakes, again, is always key, but these guys made very few mistakes coming up through there. Kosmic took an early hit and was able to rebound. That's going to be the big thing for him. With a 1-0 lead, you now have 2 more chances to go home and take it. I would not be surprised to see Kosmic play a little bit more aggressive, play a little bit more of his world record strats, and kind of put on a show for everybody is what I would like to see. As far as LK goes, I'm not 100% familiar with the style to go through it, but at this point, last race of the tournament, potentially, you got to lay it all out on the line.
No doubt. And I do think we'll see Kosmic be a little more aggressive in race 2. I think the reason he couldn't be as aggressive in race 1 was because he took that early hit in 1-4. He missed the quick power-up grab, and he got the backup power-up grab, but unfortunately that gave him bad fire bars in that tunnel section, and he didn't quite react in time. And the interesting thing is he learned from that, because 6-4 is the exact same layout as 1-4. There's just more potaboos and things like that to make it even more difficult. But Kosmic caught the bad fire bar in 6-4, slowed down and didn't get hit by those fire bars. And that was the difference, a clean 6-4. I know it was a bit of a slow one, but he kept it clean. He kept his firepower, and that made sure he maintained his lead. So thankfully for Kosmic, that 1-4 mishap didn't come back and bite him in 6-4. He was able to react to the fire bar in that exact same layout the second time.
All right, so it looks like in SRL, the guys have gone. We're having an issue here with Kosmic's video coming through. LK getting through on 1-1, and he's not going to be changing up those strats at all. He's going to keep getting the early power up, which is the safer race strat to go through.
Yeah, no doubt. So looks like we've got a second race going on here. I'm a little bit confused what's going on, but LK is racing. I don't know if Kosmic is supposed to be going, but it's a little bit confusing. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but in SRL they have gone. It looks like Kosmic's stream cut, but I don't know what's going on here, but I might have to head over to Kosmic's actual stream to see what's going on.
All right, so I'm also in the meantime going to SRL to check out what's going on. So I've got... All right, there we go. We're back. We got it. It's all squared away. Here's Kosmic. He's employing, again, the same strategies. Not too much of a variation. With the slower grab there, he is going to lose a little time to LK here. Let's see what happens in 1-4. LK is going to be coming back not too far behind. But again, the faster grabs are 1-3 and 1-4.
Yeah, that is correct. But we did see Kosmic have a little bit of a hiccup in 1-3. He took a couple bunks in that coin block, so he didn't get the optimal grab that he wanted, but still should be in okay shape relative to LK. Yeah, he does maintain a lead over LK. Now they're both in Big Fire Mario state, and you do see Kosmic with a small advantage over LK. So both these runners in power-up state, and they're going to head into World 2, both employing the same strategies they used in race number 1.
All right, so again, we're not seeing too much of a variation on this. It really depends on if Kosmic takes a hit, if he stays clean. Something tells me, like I said, I'm going to say it now, that spreadsheet's out. He is looking for a world record.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of those bunks in 1-3, I don't think he's going to be getting a race world record. And speaking of bunks, we see LK take a bunk there on the pipe. He didn't quite land on top of the pipe there, so that'll cost him some more time versus Kosmic. And Kosmic going to open up in the lead. He had a perfect 3:45. LK only getting a 3:42 on the timer. That's approximately 1 second difference that Kosmic extends his lead over LK. So Kosmic, the early advantage into 2-2 we have seen some 2-2 mishaps in this tournament and today already as well, 2-2 and 7-2 mishaps. So we can't feel 100% comfortable that these runners will make it clean through 2-2, but certainly the easier version of this swimming level than the 7-2 counterpart.
Absolutely, and you're going to see Kosmic coming in. He's got nice and underneath on that blooper there. Very favorable hitbox up on there. Bit of a tough pattern coming up on these cheaps. Like I said in an earlier race, you just not to know where the pattern is to come through on these guys. The bloopers can get a little trolly. You've got a couple choke points in here. It's really focus at this point. Anybody who's a Kosmic sub, hit that Kosmic focus in chat, please.
Yeah, and Kosmic probably knew the pattern he was on as far as 2-2 frame rule because, he only had a small slowdown in 1-3 and otherwise played a clean run so far. So seemed pretty comfortable with him. LK actually in that very first choke point, as you're commentating about Kosmic getting through that first choke point, LK came to it just immediately later and had a really nice double kill on a blooper and then a cheap with 2 quick fireballs. So now we're in 2-3, one of our cheap levels, but these cheap shouldn't pose too much of a threat. There's a lot more of them in the 7-3 version of this level. Plus, there's also some Koopas, but this one very comfortable for our runners. Both of them getting through perfectly with a 240 on the timer. As you see, LK hit the flag there, just a couple seconds behind Kosmic, but so far so clean for both runners in this second race in this best of 3.
Absolutely. So 2-4 is the second of our castles here. At the end of each world that we go through, there's going to be the one jump here, the elevator jump. If you missed our first race, it's going to be a duck jump up through here, reactionary to get that fire, and Kosmic there. And we're going to say this again, some forward Bowsers. This time around, just to see how quickly Kosmic gets the kills, that's very tough to get those hits as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no doubt, and very nicely done by both runners. Still clean through World 2. Now we're into World 3. I like this level a lot. There's some fun platforming, some snipes and some Hammer Brother kills you can do and things like that. And then there's the stairs at the end here. And you're going to see 2 Koopas on these stairs. You shoot the first one out of the way. Cosmic choosing to shoot the second one out of the way. LK choosing to turnaround jump. Both are equally as fast because of the frame rule system that we're on. So to explain frame rules, for those of you that might have just joined in this best of 3 finals in this game 2, it is basically a 21 frame window where if you complete the level in the same 21 frame window as another runner, you're going to complete the level with the same speed because it doesn't advance to the next level until the next 21 frames. So it's like catching a bus. A bus is on a schedule, and as long as you're there before the bus arrives, you'll make it to the next level on time. So that turnaround jump over the Koopa didn't affect LK at all, even though he lost a few frames relative to Kosmic. They still made it on the same bus.
Absolutely, and both getting the 345 on the timer coming up through. LK has been able to keep pace, even with a little bit of loss that he's had, just on the variations of the run coming through here. We'll see Kosmic again, as he did the first time, jump through the platform in 3-3. Again, more basic platforming, and these guys are absolutely in the zone right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Both runners extremely clean through 3. Now they're going to head in 3-4. Cosmic's probably on his spreadsheet here for 3-4, so it'll be interesting to see what strategy he employs. Does he go for a fast 3-4 here? LK hot on his heels, so I think he might go for a fast 3-4 as long as he's got the spreadsheet in front of him.
All right, we're going to see what he's going to go through. He's got a little bit of the slide run there, and he took the hit. He played aggressive.
That will change the dynamics of this race, no doubt. Kosmic was on the spreadsheet. He went for it, but he shorted that jump. This is what we call the under boo over ball strat, under the potaboo over the fireball, but he didn't quite get over that fireball, just clipped its hitbox there and loses his power up. So he's going to grab power up here in 4-1, and he'll also grab a power up in 4-2. There's a second power up you could grab in 4-1, but it's super slow. It's also a little bit dangerous because of Lakitu throwing the spinies and things like that. So you don't want to grab this second power up in 4-1. You want to grab that second power up in 4-2. Completely changes the complexion of this run. LK now in the lead and with the power-up advantage.
And like we've said in the previous races, it does come down to when and where you make that mistake. And LK just being able to keep pace. Yeah, he took some bonks. He lost a little bit of time. He lost a frame rule here or there. just to have Kosmic make the one mistake just changes the dynamic. But again, it's not like it's a sizable lead. It's not like the race is over. He still has to keep running perfect. You've got the world record holder on your tails chasing you now.
And we see LK again taking bonks on the bottom route. So we saw that in the race with Goofy Chocobo in the semifinals. He bonked there on the bottom route. This time taking another bonk on the bottom route. So he is going to lose a little bit of time versus Optimal, but he will get a 342 on the timers. Yep, coming through those stairs clean. And Kosmic right behind with a 341 on the timer because he had to grab that power up in 4-2. And he did so nice and cleanly. Well done by Kosmic in 4-2.
All right, so to be completely speculative, let's say LK does get this win and we go into game 3. Do you consider changing up your strategy at that point? You've had some difficulty in 4-2, maybe going top route.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're LK and you get into that final rubber match, you know, it might cross your mind, especially because he's had difficulty 2 out of the 3 times now. But there's always the old mantra of, you know, ride what got you there. So we'll have to see if he gets to a game 3. Certainly too early to say if we get to a game 3, but right now LK looking good with a lead on our world record holder, Kosmic.
All right, 4-4 again. This is the maze level. You're going to see him go through here. Both runners having power-ups. Will Kosmic? Nope, Kosmic is not. There is a clip that you can do there in 4-4 to get through that instead of having to go up and over. Kosmic not going for it. It does lose a lot of time if you do not get it.
Yep, and LK, man, I've been watching his Bowser kills, and every time he seems to get a backward Bowser, Bowser immediately jumps again. It's been unbelievable the number of times this has happened, and that causes him to have to do an extra jump to get some fireball shots on that backward Bowser. So he's been, if Bowser doesn't immediately jump, you can do a much faster kill than if you have to jump up, and certainly it takes a little bit of time to recognize that you got that immediate jumping Bowser, and so it does cost you a little bit of time, but LK clean through 4-4 and still maintaining a slim advantage over Kosmic. 5-1, pretty easy level, both runners getting a perfect 247, but now because both runners have had safety strats or power-up losses or things like that, they're not going to know their frame rule for 5-2, so they got to be careful with this opening bullet bill.
Absolutely. Coming up to here with the jump. Okay. Both of them get the shot. Kosmic, a little bit more aggressive, got there cleaner, didn't really take a bonk, so that is going to benefit him just by a little bit.
It may or may not benefit him. He might get a 6 on the time. Oh no! Speaking of that, LK getting a hit there in a spot that isn't usually a dangerous spot, but it can be a little bit tricky because there are 3 Buzzy Beetles there, so if you just mistime your A press, you maybe press it a little bit early, you'll take the hit. I was going to say it wasn't going to necessarily benefit Kosmic to get through a little faster because he probably would have gotten a 6 on the timer and had to lose that in-game second anyway. But it's all moot at this point because LT taking that hit, and now Kosmic with the advantage over LK by, you know, maybe double-digit seconds now because LK had to grab 2 power-ups in 5-2. That second power-up he grabbed had to be a little bit slower. That first one pretty easy, but the second one definitely a more difficult power-up grab to do very quickly. So Kosmic with the advantage into 5-4. We'll see where these 2 time out when the screen goes black. Kosmic right around 11:03 flat. LK waiting on it here, and it goes black at about 11:10, so about a 7-second lead for Kosmic.
I will say, though, at that point in the middle of the run, World 5, if you're going to lose power up, they're both right there. That is the ideal place to get hit. There's no ideal place to get hit, but that's best case scenario for taking an unfortunate hit.
Yeah, that or here in 5-4 wouldn't be a terrible one. There's 2 really easy power-ups in 6-1 to get that are both pretty quick as well, but neither runner needs to grab these 6-1 power-ups, and you'll see Kosmic pop Lakitu there. That's what I call the Swagatu kill. It's a little bit of swag there and get Lakitu out of the way. You don't have to kill him. He's not going to harm you if you run through 6-1 without killing him. As you'll see, LK won't go for the Swagatu kill there, but yeah, that just a little bit of swag to the run, and Kosmic likes doing that with the 4-1 Lakitu as well. 6-1, another easy level like 4-1 where you just run through and make sure you don't stare boss, and you'll get through with a 351 on the timer. That 1 in the ones digit will give you a firework, but it's better than slowing down and waiting for a 0 on the timer. Doesn't really cost you any time to get that firework.
All right, so 6-2, we're back into the Piranha Plants. Going to get some beautiful snipes here. Coming up through, and again, though, minimizing mistakes is the overall theme here. LK is still keeping pace. He's got that 7-second loss, but he hasn't really given up much more time on that one. But again, Kosmic at this point, overcoming his early mistakes and just keeping smooth, coming up into here into 6-3. we are running out of time at this point now. LK just has to play consistent at this point and hope Kosmic trips up one more time.
Yeah, certainly, and it's not impossible for Kosmic to trip up. You got a really tight jump there. That duck jump that Kosmic just did is small frame window, a couple frame window, 2 or 3 frames maybe, maybe even 4, but it's very tight. But point is, there are some spots that Kosmic could still trip up, and he gets the perfect 255 on the timer here. This is another level where if you get a 6 in the ones digit, you get 6 fireworks. So he did have to slow down a little bit to avoid a time loss from getting. So this is one of the spots where going slower helps to go faster to avoid those fireworks. Kosmic, same strategy that he did in the previous 6-4. This time he does not get the bad fire bars. Makes his way cleanly through. Nicely done with Kosmic with those duck jumps there. LK, meanwhile, playing a different version of the safe strat, and Kosmic through the 259. We'll have to see what LK gets at the end of his Bowser kill.
I will say, Kosmic's been had some unfortunate luck there. That Potaboo just eating up both fireballs both times in these runs so far for him. LK back through the 257, so he's going to have to get up and make up some time here in 7.
Yeah, LK also got a lot of lag on that pattern. He just got an unfortunate pattern as far as lag, and that looked like it cost him a lot of time just from the lag alone, and Kosmic had a nicer pattern and also got through the level quicker, so Kosmic extending the lead through 7-1 perfectly, 352 on the timer, but the really treacherous part is going to be 7-2. You do not want that bad blooper at the end, and if you do get that bad blooper, you want to be able to react to it appropriately. So we saw LK in both of his runs so far got the bad blooper at the end of 7-2. Goofy Chocobo got the bad blooper in the semifinals. Fortunately for Kosmic, he did not get it in the first race of this 3-game, best of 3, I should say, series, but we'll have to see what happens this time through 7-2.
All right, so 7-2, we're seeing a little bit of a tough pattern here for Kosmic. He is swimming around it beautifully. So, Takate, as a high-level runner as you are, does Kosmic know where he is in the spreadsheet right now? Has he just thrown the spreadsheet out the window at this point and just running on instinct?
Yeah, there's no spreadsheet at this point with taking the damage that he took. He's just going on reactions at this point. He reacted perfectly. He did get kind of a troll blooper, but he didn't get hit by it. LK, man, 3 for 3 on the bad blooper and unable to get over it without slowing down, whereas Kosmic still, even though he got the bad blooper, had the perfect swim to where he's able to arch right over that bad blooper and into the pipe. So at this point, Kosmic just running on reactions. 7-3 can also be treacherous. If a Cheep collides with one of these Koopas, he'll turn that Koopa around. Fortunately, Kosmic doesn't get any of those. Nice snipe on that Koopa there. That was kind of a dangerous pattern. And speaking of dangerous patterns, LK takes a hit to a Cheep. Man, that was a really cheap hit. But he picks up the power up in 7-3 and just avoids falling in the pit. Oh my goodness. Really good recovery by LK, but that is unfortunate. He took that hit. That's going to put him really behind the 8 ball as we're coming up toward World 8.
All right, so Kosmic flying through 7-4 here. This maze can be tricky, but it is a nice breather before World 8, especially if you know exactly how to play it coming up through here. Get a couple of quick hits on here. Potaboo's just eat him up again. Bowser has not been kind to either runner so far this final.
Kosmic keeps getting Poto blocked, and LK, man, he's just gotten that troll like backward Bowser where it immediately jumps. But LK, he's not going to be able to fire kill Bowser out of the way. We're going to see him touch the axe, which will cause a bridge collapse animation, and then Bowser has to fall in the lava. That costs around 3 seconds rather than fire killing Bowser. So even more of an advantage for Kosmic, and he's in World 8. He's in his comfort zone. Being an any percent runner like he is, which he's both an 80% and a Warpless runner, but being an 80% runner, you really feel relieved when you get to World 8 because A, you're familiar with the level just by having to run it so much, and B, it's even easier when you got firepower.
All right, so going through, you can see LK take it a little bit safe, not go for the pipe jumps, get up and through. Kosmic's going to get the perfect 200 on here, especially coming from, and we say he's an any percent runner. Kosmic is the first person to get a 455 in SMB any percent. So it's... We cannot talk enough about how good Kosmic is at Mario Bros. Coming up through, again, beautiful stair climb there on the duck jumps. He's coming up. Getting through LK 195 on the timer. He's definitely got time to make up coming through here.
Kosmic takes the hit in 8-2. He avoided that first Piranha Plant by, pixels, but unfortunately that threw off his timing for the triple Koopa section there, the triple bouncing Koopa, and he took a hit. So he is not out of the danger zone. If he takes a death in 8-3, LK may actually get back in the lead here. This is not over. We have to see what kind of Hammer Brothers he gets, what kind of strategy he employs versus LK. I expect him, he does play it safe. He's going to grab the power up here. Gets a little bit trolled by the Hammer Brother being unable to hit it, but he does grab the power up and he maintains his lead now with one hit to absorb. So that is fortunate for him, but he gets enough of a troll pattern.
This is the toughest
we
part.
really have to watch out for this Hammer Brother gauntlet. Will he get a troll Hammer Brother? Makes it through. That was a clutch moment for the most clutch gamer alive, just avoiding the Hammer Brothers in that gauntlet there.
Oh, boy. And LK having mushroom through here, he avoided all of that. He's going to get through. He does have a bit of advantage. If he can maintain it, he will. He can just jump right through the hammers and take the hit. All that matters is touching the axe at the end of the game. We don't have to wait for any animation or anything. That's when the timer ends. Kosmic needs a very friendly Bowser here coming up.
Yeah, Kosmic missed the wall jump in the first race. He didn't miss it here, but we need to make sure he doesn't get a bad cheap, because that would cause him a death. And he actually gets a pixel-perfect turnaround in the wrong warp room. If he had shorted that turnaround by 1 pixel, he would have had to go back to the beginning of 8-4, and LK would have been in the lead. LK missing the wall jump, and now Kosmic in the final room of 8-4 for the victory, for the tournament championship. No bad Potaboo. Waits on Bowser to the axe with a 1922. Cosmic taking down this SMB1 2019 Warpless tournament. Our grand champion. First place prize money. A 1923 followed by a 1922. Simply amazing from Cosmic. And LK not far behind.
All right, coming up through. He misses the Potaboo. He's going to jump through. He's going to touch the axe. Bang, bang. LK is done. 1942. He is our second place runner-up for the grand tournament. The grand finals is over. Like we said, Kosmic is our winner. Tecate, what a tournament, what a grand finals, what a race. 2-0 Cosmic's our winner. What do you have to say?
Yeah, speaking of bang, bang, man, Kosmic just knocking out 2 awesome runs, a 1923. And that just caps off an incredible tournament for Kosmic, where his worst time in the whole tournament was in 1938, and that was his first run of the whole tournament versus Ben42, one of our commentators during this tournament. So when your worst time is in 1938, you're usually going to be in contention for the overall championship win, and we saw that with Goofy Chocobo coming third with his worst time in the tournament in 1939. This kind of consistency is how you win tournaments. So we have to congratulate Kosmic. Unbelievable. And, I don't think we expected anything less from the world record holder. What do you think, Sport?
Absolutely. It just nailing down. I did say Kosmic was going to take it 2-0. He did not get the sub 1910s like I called. I've been predicting wrong all tournament. Go big or go home. That's just how it is. Nothing to take away from LK, though. Fantastic run to the finals. Just such a tough uphill battle to climb. Going against Kosmic, really, it just boils down to those little mistakes that happen. He didn't die. He just lost power up at the wrong time. And Kosmic was able to just put his foot to the pedal, put the pedal to the floor, and get done with it and take home the win. What a tournament.
Yeah,
I'm just so excited.
We're going to have interviews coming up here, Kosmic in the waiting room. I wanted to mention that LK is also probably going to be doing an interview over on the Japanese restream of this over at Speed Gaming 3. So if you want to check out the Japanese interview for LK, make sure to head over to Speed Gaming 3. Meanwhile, over on Speed Gaming 2, right here where you all are, we've got Kosmic in the interview room. And there he is, unmuted the mic. Kosmic, you're the grand champion. Congratulations. 0 losses in this whole tournament. That means in this tournament, you went 7-0 with your worst time in 1938. But more importantly, you took down 2 wins today with a 1923 and a 1922. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. It's pretty satisfying because last year's tournament, I wasn't totally satisfied with my performance. I had this terrible mistake right at the end of my very first match and then lost. I had to climb all the way through losers and then ended up I think someone knocked me out at like 4th or something. So this time I came in swinging and just glad that we made it all the way.
So I did want to touch up on that. You did have a disappointing end to the tournament last time. Was that on your mind going into this tournament? I know you've been on the sub-19 quest, so Warpless has been in your wheelhouse for a little while now, but do you have that end of the tournament last time on your mind that you just wanted to go out and prove why you are one of the best runners in the world?
Yeah. Something that's hard for me is like doing safe strats sometimes. So I had to I don't know. It's hard for me to decide like, oh man, do I go as risky as I can? Do I how safe do I play it basically? And I did know the competition was even more fierce this time, so I did basically the riskiest strats I could, but that's pretty much what got me the victory in the end. Just tried to put up times that would be super hard to contest with, and yeah, you're right. I was pretty scared in every race. I was nervous because, you mess up one little thing and the whole run kind of spirals out of control.
Well, speaking of, you actually did have a couple of incidences, one in each race, and you did keep your composure. But first race, I remember it was 1-4. You didn't quite get the quick power grab, and that gave you some bad fire bars. I can't remember what it was in the second race, but yeah, you had a couple things there, but you recovered well. Talk about your thought process going through both of those.
Yeah, I think my mentality has improved a lot, especially before. I don't know. It's like before, if I would make some big mistake, especially in 1-4, I'm trying to get out of World 1 clean, and then the rest of the run kind of just goes smoothly for me usually. That didn't happen either times in this race. I just had to tell myself, it's fine. You can still get a good time. Just play well from here on out.
All right, absolutely. Coming through that. And one of the big questions I want to know is, you did get the world record, the sub-19 pass this week. Did that make it easier for you coming into this? I know you were hooked on that with your other races going through. Does that kind of put you at an ease of mind going into it? Okay, I have my run. That part of it's over. I don't have to worry about that. Just go out there and play.
Funny thing about that is my mistake in 3-4 was actually caused by me getting a PB because I had notes and they told me what patterns I'd get based on what my splits said. A PB, I was I did the math wrong in my head, and yeah, that's why I jumped right into a fireball. So the PB actually messed me up, but no, on a serious note, yeah, I think that does. It's kind of a nice, I don't know, confidence boost. It's I don't know, just get speedrunning energy when you PB.
Yeah, no doubt. And this wasn't just any PB. This was the first ever sub-19 minute time in SMB1 Warpless that you got just a couple days ago. I want to know what you're planning from here. How far are you going to push this down? And then what's next after Warpless?
So let's see. I definitely want to get 1858. That's happening, no question. 1857, it kind of depends on if we can find... I need to do some science and figure out patterns and stuff to make that all work. But we might go 57. I don't know if I'll go beyond that, but we're gonna push Warpless as far as I can right now. I want to make just a huge push before I move on to anything. But once I do, we might move on to another fantastic game known as the Lost Levels. It'd be really cool to run a tournament for that sometime. I hope more interest comes up for that game. Anyone who's interested in that game, my biggest regret in speedrunning is not speedrunning that game earlier. So if you're looking for a fun game and you like SMB1, Lost Levels is so fun now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely check out the world
fun.
record holder for the Lost Levels, any percent. What's his name? I can't remember. Cosmic. Oh, that's right. It's Takate, the guy right here on comms.
I'm blushing, you guys. But yeah, Kosmic's going to be, I think, trying to take down my world record. I'm going to be doing a little defense just because I want to get a 756. But right now, the focus is on our man Kosmic here. By the way, also the world record holder in the D-4 Warpless category of the Lost Levels, which he set in a race setting as well during a live marathon. Kosmic, you've just been knocking out world records left and right. Earlier in this tournament, versus LK, your opponent here in the finals, you set a 1903 race world record. I mean, that's basically a perfect run for the strategies you're going for, right?
Yeah, someone, like, I got that race world record, and then I moved on to grand finals, and someone said, like, oh, someone got race world record in, like, the Mario Bros. 3 grand finals, so you got to do that now. I was like, oh, I don't really know if I can do any better. Like, it was like as good as I can get in a race, pretty much. So, yeah.
Well, there you have it, Kosmic. I wanted you to reflect back on the tournament as a whole. I know one of the themes you kept mentioning throughout your interviews, you've done a bunch of them now, is the fact that just the competition has improved so much and how you had to go with faster strategies. But overall, even just looking at all the runners' improvements throughout the tournament, I mean, you got somebody like Mars who improved from a 1940 something down to a 1909. You've got other people who have just crushed, new PBs. Jeremy MKW, YouTube man, a lot of young guns. What do you expect from SMB1 Warpless going forward, not just for yourself, but in the future for the community?
Oh, man. Well, one person in particular I'll just bring up first is Rupert. One of the guys behind the scenes putting in a lot of work running the tournament. Thanks, Rupert. Shout outs to him. But he ran small only for so long, which I understand because I did that too. And finally, I learned Fire Flower, and now this tournament, or like maybe a little before this tournament, I'm not sure, he started working with the Fire Flower strats, so that's been cool to see him tackle those. But yeah, just in general, so many people like putting up super good Warpless times, and if you looked at the leaderboard like just a few months ago, it was like you get to like 1912, and then there was this huge jump to like 1905 or something, and now people have like really fleshed out like the whole Warpless leaderboard. There's so many people who are excited like to run Warpless, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, no doubt on that. Coming up ahead, though, Speed Gaming is not done with Super Mario Bros. Warpless. In October, they are hosting a live tournament in Washington, D.C., for Super Mario Bros. Warpless again. Kosmic, will you be there to defend your crown?
Unfortunately, it's on the exact day I'm planning to go to a different event, so I can't.
Oh, man. Well, that is definitely going to be an awesome event, and make sure you check it out. But I just want to reflect on this tournament one more time. We had some amazing moments. We had, some, for example, Mars is running through the tournament as the 22 seed. We talked about this on the pregame show, but that was over on a different channel. Here on Speed Gaming 2, we haven't talked about this, but 22 seed upsetting the number 2 seed in the world, and then making a run to the final 6. We also had, which Cosmic, you were on commentary for, with Spork, a 3-frame difference in a race between our top admin, as I said, Rupert 83, and the Cole. You were on commentary for that race. Just reflect on that and reflect on all the moments of this tournament that you remember, whether it's your own races or other races.
Yeah, I feel like almost every set you watch, something happens. Mario 1 likes to throw just a little sneaky curveball in at you, and then it becomes like this toss-up of who's going to win. That race with where Rupert won by like 3 frames, man, it was insane. That the very last level, you didn't even know who it, even like before the finish, you didn't know who won. So I don't know, it was just crazy. And I've tuned into a race. I haven't been disappointed. The quality of gameplay has been super high and entertaining, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And let me say, it was an honor to be with you on that call, Kosmic. That was one of the greatest just race moments in history, and that was definitely highlighted in the clip as it got shared, as everybody saw it. Just one of the fantastic moments. Like we highlighted, Mars with his Cinderella run was fantastic. Watching him take out some really heavy hitters. Kosmic just killing the race times coming up through here as far as our tournaments go, just taking down all the records to go through that, to come undefeated. Some other upstarts coming through, just to see the progression of Super Mario and to see the community go through. We even had some moments where sportsmanship was on display. During Goofy, Chocobo, and Mars's race, Mars actually had his game crash on him Very terrible, almost halfway through. Goofy did not have to accept the re-race on that. He chose to and went through on that. Mars had a similar situation with runner Retro Dooley, who had to cancel out the last second. Could have just instantly taken the forfeit win, but he chose to reschedule and run it through. The Super Mario Bros. Community, just as close-knit as we are, as friendly as we are with each other, fantastic to see just such sportsmanship on display. And Tecate and Kosmic, you were a part of it as well. Just thank you for having such a warm and opening community to just have everybody come into.
Thanks. I'm really, honestly, pretty proud to be in the SMB1 speedrunning community. I have ran like a few different games throughout my speedrunning career, and yeah, I really like the Mario 1 people. There was a point where I like took a 2-year break from speedrunning, and when I came back, like before that, I was kind of switching around between a lot of games. But when I came back, honestly, it really was like the community, like all the people I enjoyed being around and liked speedrunning this game with, that got me to focus mainly on this game. So yeah,
All right, so we're going to be cutting into the just final comments. Tecate, final thoughts for you overall on how the tournament went.
I just want to real quick plug all 3 of our Chocobo. Make sure you hit that follow button on Goofy Chocobo, one of the under-heralded runners and side of the really top names that we all know, the Kosmics, the Darbians, the Sumwesses. Goofy Chocobo, make sure to smash that follow button on his stream. He has an amazingly fun stream. LK431, it's LK_431. Make sure to hit that follow button. He made it as our 2nd place runner, the 2nd year in a row. We've had at least one Japanese runner in the finals. Last year was an all-Japanese final between Kaku and London. So there we go. And then finally, make sure to hit that follow button on Kosmic if you're not doing that yet. Our world record holder in SMB1 Warpless, first ever 455 in SMB any percent. Lost levels 2J Warpless world record holder, D4 Warpless world record holder, and he's gonna be going for other crazy times. So make sure to hit those follow buttons. And once again, Kosmic, congratulations, dude. Well deserved.
thank you, Tecate. Thank you, Sport. Thanks for the commentary and just for doing your thing. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's been a blast this whole tournament. I have absolutely enjoyed myself, Tecate, Kosmic. Also, I'm going to say, go ahead and give Tecate a follow. Not just Super Mario Bros. He has been working on Metroid. He's been working on Marble Madness. Just a fantastic NES speedrunner and such a fun stream to watch. He is great. Absolutely recommend 110% follow Tecate. As for me, this tournament's just been so much fun. This is my first experience running in it, commentating on it. Can't wait to see what's next for us coming up through. We already gave Rupert the love. I want to just thank Speed Gaming again for putting on a fantastic tournament. I wouldn't want to run a tournament, honestly, anywhere else. Just as great as they've been accommodating with us, working with us, getting us to the front page of Twitch. That is absolutely amazing job they've did. I can't wait for this tournament in October, Tecate. I can't gush over them enough. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, no doubt. And once again, thank you to Speed Gaming, all the admin Speed Gaming. Also, a big thank you to our admin team on the SMB side, which is, of course, Rupert83 is our lead admin. And then also Xerox Fiend and TJK. Thank you guys so much for helping organize this tournament. And all of you in chat for making this tournament such a delight. All of the runners, GG's. And you know what, Spork? That's it. We're going to have to wrap up this tournament here.
I'm kind of getting a little emotional here. It's kind of sad to see it come to an end. Just can't wait to go through what's next, guys. Follow Speed Gaming 1 through 6. They have so many great tournaments on outside of Mario Brothers. Just a great group of people running this. Be sure to follow all of them. Watch some amazing races. Learn some new games. But yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight, this month, this summer, this tournament. Everything is over. We are done. Tecate, we have earned a great break for the number of races that we've commentated. That's going to do it again.
Be sure to tune in 2020. Be sure to tune in 2020. That's all.
Absolutely. Come back. We're going to be bigger and better than ever. Again, your grand champion this year, Kosmic, taking down LK, finishing second. Goofy Chocobo in third place. for an amazing run, for Goofy Chocobo, for LK, for Tecate, for the Speed Game, everybody here on Speed Game, all the admins, Rupert83, all the admins running this Mario tournament. I am the Elder Spork. Guys, have a fantastic evening. We will see you next time.
Take care, everyone. Peace.